What's up, guys? Welcome to another spooky video. Today we are doing another horror short Wednesday. Yes sir, even though it's not a Wednesday.
Boy,
Hey,
if you don't get
alright, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna be checking out 3 true horror stories in Costco that happened in Costco, which is true. I don't know why or how, but anyways, you should hit that like button, subscribe, and grab your popcorn, grab whatever you need, your snacks, whatever. Go get you a O. Henry bar or something, and come back to this video. We're gonna be checking this out. Anyways, let's get right into it. Here we go, man. Oh yeah, by the way, before this starts, I want to say that yeah, this is made by IMR Scary Tales, and y'all should check them out. They got like 1.18 million, and you know what you guys should do? You see that white button right there? Hit that on me, and hit that on boy IMR. I'm gonna put in the description of this video. Let's get to reacting, I guess.
This happened last month, right before the weekend. I live alone and am quite used to doing things on my own. I don't usually go shopping at dusk, especially alone. But I'd gotten off work late and Costco was on my way home.
Costco? Oh yeah, this is like
quick,
3
grab what I
true
needed
Costco
and head out
stories.
before it got dark. I wasn't even thinking about being careful. That's what makes this worse. By the time I pushed my cart out into the parking lot, the gloomy sunset had taken over the sky, and shadows stretched long between the parked cars. My cart was full, so I was more focused on not leaving anything behind.
Yeah, because it get busy over
reached
there.
my car, opened the trunk, and started filling it with shopping bags. Once it gets dark, it'll be difficult to see, because I have parked further from the streetlights.
Yeah, it is
I was
getting
on my
crazy.
own when I heard breathing behind me.
Hey, yo.
Hey, excuse me.
Yo, who's that old guy? What the?
Turning back, I
Homeless
met a man.
person.
He
Gotta
was
be.
standing just a few feet away.
He got
was
old.
probably in
He's
his
tall.
40s. At least that's how he looked.
Holy.
His greasy, dark hair, stained shirt, and sunken eyes told me he might be bad news. Something about him immediately set off alarm bells. Although he didn't appear overtly dangerous, the way he stood too close and smiled made me uneasy. I wanted to tell him to back off, as he was totally clueless about personal space, but I forced a polite smile.
No, sorry, I don't.
I turned back to my car, hoping
that's
that
the
he would
best
get
thing
the
you
hint,
could do.
But I heard him take a step closer. Are you sure? You look like the kind of person who keeps things organized. Can you check your car, please? I stood.
Yo, this boy better back off, bro. Who is he trying to be, bro? He's trying to be like, he sounds like Arthur Morgan. Who is this guy, bro? Who is he?
Terrified. My eyes immediately scanned the Costco parking lot, which had only cars and no people, and it was getting dark now. I could smell the stale odor of sweat from the guy's shirt. Without turning back, I replied
that boy
coldly.
stinky.
Sorry, can't help you.
Still wishing he'd
That's
go
weird.
away, but instead, he brought his face way closer to my head, and he sniffed my hair like a dog.
Hell
I felt
no.
his warm, foul breath on me. The horrible realization that a random guy was standing right behind me, sniffing my hair, doesn't occur every day. I turned around, no longer trying to hide my disgust.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's
He
weird.
gave this
This guy's
sleazy
so
grin,
weird.
as if this is how he wanted
Old
me to react.
man.
Didn't want to pry,
no.
but you get your shampoo here at Costco?
It
Smells
sounds like
amazing.
Arthur Morgan.
I was stunned to see his audacity. Seeing him so close, I forgot to speak. But he was
that's
completely
weird.
shameless because he kept going
That
with
is
his little
weird.
too personal questions. Like what other things I get from Costco, how often I visit this place, etc. etc. I didn't answer any, but then he asked me something that sent a chill down my spine.
I wouldn't even ask
Do
him
they
any.
sell underwear? How about you show me the ones you're wearing right
Hell
now?
no.
Life's about your size. I
Bro
wanna get
is
something
making
similar.
me uncomfortable
My hands
watching
went
this.
numb. I genuinely thought I was about to be assaulted right there in the parking lot. I closed the trunk tightly, got inside my car.
Yeah,
and
go
locked
quick,
it.
bro.
I just wanted to get out so bad that I
Yo,
didn't
if
even
you were in
buckle my
this,
seatbelt.
hold on. If you were in this situation, what would y'all do? Let me know in the comments on the first video. Bro, this is so dumb. Oh my god, bro. You know what I would have done? I would have ran him over with the car. That boy. But anyways, let's keep watching.
Got into a Honda with a dark blue hue parked right behind me. Once I got onto the road, his car was following me. Drops of sweat appeared on my forehead as I watched him driving past other cars to catch up to me. Every turn
really
I made and every lane I changed, he trailed behind me. I dodged cars, and sometimes even sped just to lose him, but he was one bloody leech, too desperate to let go. For the next half hour, I drove in loops across side streets instead of straight home, since I didn't want him to know my address. However, he clung to my side, never straying too close or too far. I was shaking and almost broke down crying when I found the adjacent police station. I ignored red lights and grounded it toward the main road. I watched his car slow down behind me as soon as I entered the precinct parking lot. Then he turned the other way, like he's got a sudden emergency. I staggered into the lobby and blurted everything to the front desk officer.
Yeah,
they took my statement, helped me. 2 days later, they contacted me once more. As it happens, the man had just come out of jail. He registered as a sex offender, carrying several charges
that makes so much
to
sense
stalking
now.
and harassment. He had no business being anywhere close to that area. They said I was lucky. I do not consider myself lucky. I still check behind me as I leave work. Even now, occasionally I smell his breath while I sleep, and I haven't visited that Costco since. To all the women out there, if you're ever alone and someone approaches you too closely, trust your instincts.
Nah, for real, trust your inner gut, bro. Cause nah, bro, whoever, you know, like if you're a girl, bro, be safe, bro. I can never imagine being a girl, bro. How scary it would be. Like, I know how it is being a guy, and it feels like you have no fear except for God, right? But for being a girl, you're like, you can't even walk alone at night, bro. It gets crazy. Y'all stay safe, but man, there's another animation. Let's check it out. Well, it's gonna continue. Let's just unpause the video. I gotta Alright, story 2.
I still find it terrifying to enter Costco or any other large retailer due to an incident that occurred when I was 7 years old.
We're watching Costco
I often
stories.
forget the reason we went there initially, as that one horrifying encounter overshadowed nearly all my childhood memories. Maybe Mom needed to get milk or paper towels, and Dad was at work. So I just tagged
grocery
along.
shopping.
It
How
was
was
an
your guys'
ordinary weekday
experience?
afternoon. We didn't have many big stores where we lived, so entering Costco was like taking part in an adventure for me. It was enormous, packed with every single thing that existed. Innumerable aisles, brilliant lights, high shelves, cool air, and free samples made my eyes glitter in awe. I was clutching Mom's hand because she kept saying I could get lost in here. When we walked, I bounced in place and kept asking whether we could visit the toys or books once she's finished.
2 seconds, baby. I just need to get some new soup flavors for dinner.
She replied. We stopped by the instant food aisle, and Mom got busy checking it. She let go of my hand to reach across the aisle to grab the soup packets. That was the moment I spotted a man. He slowly walked up to me with this not so
every time you go to
smile.
Costco, this is what happens.
He wore a windbreaker and had a ragged beard. He bent slightly down and leaned in toward me. Hey, buddy, want to check out the toys with me?
Oh, hell
Now, I was
no.
just
He was
7,
listening
but my
to
mom
you.
did teach me about stranger danger. So I glanced at my mom, who was a few inches behind me. The man kept his voice so low that I bet no one heard him other than me. I nodded my head in no, and then called out for my mom. Seeing me do that, he left quickly.
This guy, bro. That's crazy, man. Imagine.
I didn't tell Mom about him because she grabbed my hand again to move to another section. For the next 20 minutes, we explored Costco. Mom got all she needed and even bought me a toy. so our expedition
Hell
was
yeah,
highly
Buzz
successful.
Lightyear, let's go.
She was heading for the checkout when I told her that I had to use the washroom, which was at the right. She nodded in agreement and pointed me in the direction of the washroom,
Oh wait, this
reminding me
might
not to
turn
talk to
ugly
anyone
going
and
to
that she
the
would be waiting
washer.
right here. I headed toward the restrooms from the rear of the store, turned right,
Hell
and was
nah.
just about to enter when someone grabbed me from the back.
Nah, I'm
I
telling
turned
you.
around to see it was the same man, and now I'm
Hell
alone in this
no.
corridor with him.
Alright, bro. This is weird. Yo, get out of here, boy.
He reached out and firmly grabbed my wrist. His other hand swept over my mouth
Hell
before I
no.
could yell. His fingers smelled like sweat and trash.
Ew.
I started crying, but my muffled screams died down in my throat.
So imagine his hands smelled like piss, bro. My bad for the swear.
I
I mean,
recall his face up
I
close.
don't know, bro.
His eyes were
That's
wide
nasty,
and swung side to
boy.
side, though he kept murmuring something like, "Stay quiet, it's okay."
Hell no.
It wasn't okay at all. I then
Yeah,
took the
well,
only
why would
action
it be
that came to
okay?
mind.
That's
I hit
messed
his
up,
palm as
bro.
hard as I could.
That's
My
like
teeth dug deeper on that
assaulting,
meaty side of his
basically.
hand. He yelled and removed his
Trying
hand
to,
from my
like,
mouth for a second.
touch
That's
you, bro.
all I needed. Gathering all my breath, I yelled for Mom. Mom! Although I'm not sure
What
whether
the
she
fuck
could hear
was
me from
that?
distance.
Hold on,
The
let's go
scream
back.
was
Boy,
Although
what
I'm not sure
the
whether she could hear me from
hell?
that
What was that
distance, the
mom, bro?
scream
That
was loud enough to draw the attention of two Costco employees who were arranging shelves nearby.
Oh my
The man
god,
pushed
yeah.
me to the ground and then sprinted away without
Of
waiting
course.
another second.
Of course.
Lying on the ground, I kept crying for my mom until the employees came and
That's
picked me up.
crazy, man.
One stayed
They
with
don't
me
even
while the other
care.
called security. Shaking and
They don't
crying,
care
I
about the
tried to
guy
know what
that
had
ran
happened.
away.
My mother arrived a minute
My
later.
bad for my
That was the
language, bro.
first time I saw my mom crying in public. She hugged me to her chest and continued crying for God knows how long. The
Oh,
Costco
no.
security looked through the CCTV footage and did find the guy walking in.
Yeah,
and
that
leaving
guy's
as well.
creepy as
He wandered
hell.
around without making any purchases. For more than an hour, he lurked at the children's books and toys section suspiciously. Even looked at the cameras occasionally, like he despised being recorded.
Oh,
They called the
hell no.
cops, but he was never caught. Currently, I'm in my 30s, and every time I go to a bathroom stall alone,
older
while
now?
just walking down those empty corridors, I get a flashback of my memory from
Yeah,
that day.
that's that
I never
trauma,
look
boy.
away from my niece whenever we go shopping, to consider what might have
Hell
happened
nah.
if I
These
had
might
followed
be
him that
true,
day.
bro.
Still scares me
Yeah,
to
that
sleep.
sounds true. Hell no. We got one
I
more,
used to
guys.
work overnight shifts at Costco. You punch in after the store closes and spend the next 8 hours
Oh,
immersed
this
in
is a guy
forklifts,
working at
pallets,
Costco now.
and an overwhelming silence. Most
It's
nights were
probably
uneventful.
sad,
We spent our nights
depressing.
restocking shelves, enjoying our music, and making jokes to keep ourselves awake. But there's one night
Night
I'll never
shift? That's
forget.
crazy, bro.
It was around 2:30 in the morning.
Night
I was
shift?
assigned to restock near Dock 3, the far end of the warehouse where the emergency exits and loading bays are. It's always a little colder and quieter back there, like even sound avoids that corner.
Oh, that's pretty
I had my
scary.
headphones in, but low enough to hear if someone called out. I was casually checking the delivery receipts of new stock when I noticed the corridor leading to the emergency door. The corridor was in darkness,
It was open?
but the door was cracked open, letting the yellow
Oh.
gleam of the street light outside
Hell no.
peek in.
You gotta know
Now,
if you
these
open that.
doors are always supposed to stay shut.
Oh,
They
nah.
locked, but it's a major
Okay,
security
alright.
risk to have
That's
them
alert.
unlocked or
That's
ajar.
alert.
We had previously received
You
a
gotta
warning
close
about
that
this
bitch.
issue, so I assumed someone just forgot to pull it shut all the way.
Yeah,
Maybe
unless
one of the
someone
truck
actually
drivers,
came in.
or even a coworker.
Boy, you
went
should
for
have
a
locked
smoke.
that door,
I
boy.
started walking over, figuring I'd close it and let security know. But when I got within about 15 feet, I stopped. There was someone standing in the end corner of the corridor.
Yup,
He was
I
trying his
knew
best
it.
to blend in the dark. I
Oh,
couldn't see
hell
him
no.
clearly, but I could make out a shape. It was a man
That's
with messed
scary,
up
bro.
hair, and he was watching me. Who's there? I can see you. He didn't say a word and didn't move. He just stood there like he was waiting for
That's
something.
scary.
At first, I thought it might be a homeless guy or a worker locked out. but something about the way he stood, completely still, like a statue,
Yeah, that's
made the hairs on the
creepy.
back of my neck stand up. I reached down slowly to
Don't
grab
be
my radio
scared,
from
bro.
my belt. The second my hand touched it, the man bolted. He didn't say a
Oh.
word. He just turned and sprinted into another corridor leading
He
to
didn't
the
even
left.
sprint, he ran.
He was gone
He
before I could
walked.
even speak into the mic. I grabbed a flashlight
Alright.
and checked the
Whatever.
corridors, only to find nothing but void. My mind wanted to believe he was gone, but my gut feeling spoke otherwise.
Oh, yeah,
I got
he's
back to
probably
restocking
still
the
there.
aisles. From time to time, I kept glancing at the long, empty corridors. 15 minutes went by, and I had just started believing that the man's gone when I felt something wet on the back of my neck. It seemed like drops of water, but the ceilings of Costco are well built. It's impossible to have any leakage.
He's on the
So where
roof.
did the water come from? My eyes kept
He's on the
searching the high
roof.
ceilings, and all of a sudden, I felt the aisle in front of me shudder. Am I getting
Oh,
sick, or
no.
is this an earthquake? I was just
He's
hoping
probably
to
up
check the
there.
other side when I saw a head rising above the top shelf.
Oh.
The man was looking at me from the top of the shelf.
That's why
He'd
you gotta
climbed
be
up and was
aware of your
watching me like some
surroundings, bro.
deranged peeping Tom. Guess what? The water drops were his drool. That brief encounter we had, I will never forget his eyes.
Yo.
They were staring me down like hungry wolves. I screamed at the man and called the security immediately. The aisle trembled once again as he climbed down and ran for the emergency.
Hold on, guys. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Loki, this reminds me of a dream. Let me tell you, like, a couple of days ago, I had this dream that woke me up and startled me from my sleep. I woke up, right? So, this is what happened in the dream, like, split second. I can't remember the whole dream, but I can remember the last few seconds before I woke up. So, what was happening? There was this guy that was in front of me, right? And I was the scary person. I don't know. I was trying to be scary, right? I went up to his face and when he was just looking, I don't even know. But I went up to him and I basically made this scary face, and then I did the same exact sound it did on the video. Well, not the same exact sound, but like a and then it like scared me. Like when I woke up, I was like freaked out because why did I even try to act scary? And it even scared me. That was the craziest thing. I didn't like that at all. It was so unsettling too, bro. Hell no. But anyways, let's get back to this video, bro. If you guys could hit that like button, that would be much appreciated. I love y'all. Let's get back right to the video.
With flashlights.
Security.
A few of the other night staff helped check the area, but we didn't find anything. No one saw where he went. Everyone tried to brush it off, thinking it was some addict looking for shelter. The next afternoon,
bro.
I got called in early for my shift. The security
That guy
manager
comes at
wanted to show
night.
me something. He brought me into the back office where the camera feeds are stored and pulled up footage from the night
No
before.
way.
He didn't say
He
anything.
caught something.
Just let it play. I watched myself on the screen, stacking inventory and organizing pallets.
Okay.
Everything looked normal.
Your headphones on? Yeah.
Then, way in the background, barely visible
Oh,
unless you
that's
were
the
looking
same
for
guy
it,
from that
was the emergency
time.
door, and someone was already there. The man had been standing in the shadows for over an hour. He would occasionally lean forward and slowly, very slowly, push the door open, inch by inch. Then he'd pull it back, like he was testing something. Like he was trying to see how close he could get without being noticed. The whole time, his face was hidden in the dark, but his posture, hunched slightly, head tilted, looked off, almost inhuman. Whoever that man was, he knew where the cameras were. He knew when to move. And worst of all, he wasn't just watching.
Was
he
he
was
smart?
waiting. I transferred to another shift a month later.
He was wasting his time, basically.
Never in a building that big or that
trying
empty.
to kill this guy,
Now,
but he won't.
every time I pass an emergency door,
I
check it twice.
Nah, bro. Y'all should subscribe, bruh. This is crazy. If you guys made it this far, let me know in the comments, and let me know what, horror short Costco story do you like in the comments. And, yeah. I love y'all. Y'all stay wild. Have a great one, bro. You guys mean much to me, and I love making videos for y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Smoke weed every
I'm so sick,
day.
bitch, I got ligma. I just pulled up on your bitch, my dick small like a pencil. Really got bars like a motherfucking jail cell. You are not new, motherfucker, you